Music is an effective treatment aid for a variety of conditions. This emerging field includes listening to music, playing instruments, and much more. Through music, individuals may experience attention, cognitive, or behavioral benefits. This is because music stimulates the brain and induces neurogenesis. Neurogenesis, or the production of neurons, forms highly rooted connections that activate and reorganize the brain. This discovery has revolutionized treatments for neurological conditions. However, one condition is continuously overlooked: ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is one of the widest growing and prevalent neurological conditions. Affecting 6.4 million children in the United States, ADHD expresses a dysfunction that affects attention, behavior, and cognitive ability. These life-spanning symptoms are attributed to impaired working memory. Working memory is how we hold and process temporary information. Research states that working memory is dependent upon dopamine release from the ventral tegmental area of the brain. Interestingly, listening to music causes structural changes that release dopamine from the VTA. This is important because individuals with ADHD have impaired working memory and dopamine dysregulation. Essentially, playing an instrument could improve dopamine regulation, leading to improved working memory, thus improving ADHD symptoms. Research has validated said treatments. However, children with neurological disorders were excluded and ADHD was not addressed. We analyzed the effects of musical instrument training on working memory in 9 K through 12 students with ADHD. These students received 30-minute biweekly guitar lessons for 8 weeks. Participants were taught how to read sheet music, play a guitar, and perform basic level songs. Digit span testing analyzed working memory at the beginning, middle, and end of the study. A series of 3 random digits were verbally told to the participant. If the participant correctly repeated the sequence, a new sequence containing an additional digit was asked. Once the participant incorrectly verbalized 3 different sequences, the test stopped. The highest span correct was recorded. Results showed significant improvements in digit span scores. The mean improvement was 1.44 digits. The range of individual score improvement was 0 to 3. Interestingly, we saw a great score improvement with students who attended the most lessons. By the end of the study, several parents told us about improvements in their child's classroom performance and behavior. Similarly, we observed several participants become less impulsive, distracted, and fidgety over the course of 8 weeks. However, our study did not directly test ADHD symptoms, so such observations were purely anecdotal. Overall, these results prove music instrument training to be an effective treatment for improving working memory. However, replication of this study should include a larger sample size. Thank you.